seen the Minefields movie that was a documentary that was done on the Glenaladale community. Today, we've got a representative from the Glenaladale community here with us. Robyn Grant, welcome to Melbourne.
I'd really like to thank everyone who's come here. Is that right? Come here today to support the community, and that's what regional Australia is all about. Our story began in 2002 when Rio Tinto came and did exploration in the area, drilling for minerals in the Fingerboards area at Glenaladale, 25 kilometres from Bensdale. Right. Awesome took over the lease for 12 months to continue a feasibility study and also mining exploration. Both of these companies have walked away from this area. They did not want to mine there. It wasn't viable for that. In 2014, following a devastating fire which burnt 6,000 hectares, housing, stock and farm infrastructure, Kelbar, a mining company, came onto the farmers' land as they were coping with loss and coming to terms with their lives. Around the kitchen table, mine-free, Glenaladale was born. The community successfully fought this mining company for 8 years. Following an extensive EES process, the proposal was rejected by the former Planning Minister, Richard Wynne, and the Independent Advisory Committee. The risks were deemed too great. To the horticulture and agricultural businesses, biodiversity, native vegetation, human health, the lakes and rivers, aquifers and cultural heritage. There wasn't much left in the community not to be a risk. The community came together, had a celebration and thought that was it. At the end of the stress, uncertainty and life could return to normal. But no. In 2024, Resources Victoria renewed 2 retention licences for the rebranded Kelbar, now known as Gippsland Critical Minerals. Glenaladale became part of the Victorian Government's roadmap, Critical Minerals Roadmap. This was done without any consultation with a community that has spoken loudly over 11 years, or 8 years at that stage. Gippsland Critical Minerals were given 12 months to rescope the failed Kelbar project, to address the serious impacts, improve community consultation and gain support from First Nations people. The project area covers 1,676 hectares in a most inappropriate location. This is on a plateau with steep gullies sloping to the heritage-listed Mitchell River and the Perry River catchment. Both flow into the Ramsar-listed Gippsland Lakes. There are highly erodible dispersible soils and high wind speeds in the area. If this mine is given the go-ahead, it will be the largest vegetation clearance of any recent development in Victoria.
Where are the Greens?
Yes.
Where are
It's
they?
all right, they have actually been the only party that has supported us in the past.
Surprising. Where are they now?
There are critically endangered species and ecosystems and hundreds of ancient red gums which will be destroyed, as will the complex hydrology of the aquifers that sustain groundwater, dependent ecosystems and drought-proof farms in the area. They also recharge the rivers. Radioactive dust and contamination of water will compromise the economic base of East Gippsland, threatening many businesses. A consequence will be food security issues into the future. This area is a major food bowl in Victoria. It supplies local, interstate and export markets and is a major employer. Many ancillary industries in the area rely on this industry. Any contamination will affect other agricultural industries in the area: beef, sheep, wine, dairying and fodder production. The Lindenow Valley covers 6,070 hectares of highly productive land. Tourism is another important industry to the region, adding millions of dollars to the local economy and employing many. Any effect on the rivers and lakes from mine runoff will devastate the local tourism industry. All of these industries are sustainable and are there for the long term, whereas the government is prepared to gamble on a mining company that has never mined, has failed to get the community on board, and has a CEO who described the project as a gig. The few changes Gippsland Critical Minerals have made to the project do little to mitigate the 49 serious impacts of the proposed mine. More than halfway through this rescoping, there is no detail and no detailed mapping, only a lot of hype and spin. The CEO has actually a marketing background, so that explains it. Gippsland Critical Minerals have refused to hold a public meeting. They are scared of the community. Their drop-in sessions and webinars were poorly attended. The attendance figures were inflated by the mining company. And there has been little consultation with surrounding landholders outside the project area. These people will be affected. The community and First Nations people continue to strongly oppose the mine. 11.5 years of fighting the mining company has taken a huge human toll on the community, with high stress levels, family breakups and 2 suicide attempts. Very serious indeed. We now have the possibility of being involved in another EES process and many years of uncertainty. Government regulations are failing to protect